brow furrowed. I never found a note. It was on the desk. I wrote that I had to go, that the night had been incredible, that I'd like to see you again. I never saw it. She looked genuinely confused. I thought you'd just left. The realization that 5 years of assumptions had been built on a missing note hung between them. I had just gotten custody of Emma, James explained quietly. Her mother left when she was 3, decided parenthood wasn't for her. That night with you was the first time I'd gone out in 2 years. When the babysitter called, I panicked. Emma needed me. Understanding dawned in Olivia's eyes. You're a good father. I try to be. She's everything to me. Olivia nodded, a softness in her expression he hadn't seen since that night years ago. We should get back to the office. As they walked back together, a comfortable silence between them, Olivia said, the firm is hosting a charity gala next month. Similar to the one where we met. I'd like you to attend. Of course. It would be my pleasure. Good. She smiled, a real smile that reached her eyes. And James? This time, give me your number. The charity gala was held at the same hotel where they'd met 5 years earlier, a coincidence that felt like fate. James arrived in a tuxedo, Emma's encouraging words echoing in his mind. Is she pretty, Dad? She'd asked as he'd adjusted his bow tie. Yes, he'd answered honestly. Do you like her? A more complicated question. I barely know her, Em. His daughter had given him a look far too knowing for her 10 years. But you want to know her. He couldn't deny it. Yes, I do. Now, scanning the ballroom filled with the city's elite, James felt out of place despite his expensive tuxedo. Then he saw her, Olivia in a midnight blue gown that shimmered when she moved, her hair swept up to reveal the elegant line of her neck. She was speaking to an older couple, but her eyes found his across the room, and for a moment, everything else faded away. Later, as the evening wound down, they found themselves on the same balcony where they'd escaped the crowd 5 years ago. Déjà vu, James said, handing her a glass of champagne. Some things are different, Olivia replied. This time, I know your last name. He laughed. And I know you're my boss, which complicates things considerably. Does it? She turned to face him. James, I've built my firm on principles of integrity and professionalism. I don't make a habit of pursuing relationships with employees. I understand, he said, trying to mask his disappointment. But, she continued, I also believe in second chances. That night 5 years ago. I've never connected with someone the way I connected with you. And then you were gone, and I convinced myself it had just been one of those magical nights that wasn't meant to last. It wasn't just you, James admitted. I thought about you. More than I should have. Olivia took a step closer. I'm not proposing we pick up where we left off. That would be reckless. But I am suggesting that perhaps we could get to know each other. Properly this time. I'd like that, James said. But there's Emma to consider. Dating isn't simple when you're a single parent. I understand that. I'd like to meet her, when you're ready. The thought of introducing Olivia to his daughter made James both nervous and hopeful. She'd like you. She's already curious about Dad's boss lady. Olivia laughed, the sound warming him more than the champagne. Dad's boss lady? I've been called worse. As the evening ended, Olivia handed him a business card. My personal number is on the back. This time, use it. Their first real date was simple, dinner at a quiet restaurant where they wouldn't be recognized by colleagues. James arrived first, securing a corner table where they could talk without being overheard. When Olivia arrived, she was dressed casually in jeans and a soft sweater, her hair loose around her shoulders, so different from her polished office appearance that James momentarily lost his train of thought. You look beautiful, he said as she sat down. Thank you. It's nice to leave Ms. Chen at the office sometimes. Over dinner, they carefully navigated the boundaries between their professional and personal lives. Olivia spoke about building her firm from nothing after leaving a toxic partnership at her previous company. James shared stories about Emma's latest science project and the challenges of balancing fatherhood with his career. She sounds remarkable, Olivia said. You've done an amazing job raising her. Some days I feel like I'm failing spectacularly, James admitted. Especially when work gets intense and I miss school events or have to scramble for last-minute childcare. Olivia reached across the table, briefly touching his hand. That's not failure, James. That's being human. The simple gesture of understanding meant more than she could know. As weeks passed, they developed a rhythm, professional at the office, where Olivia remained Ms. Chen and James was Mr. Parker, but increasingly comfortable during their evening meetings, which grew more frequent. Their third date was interrupted when James received a call from Emma's school. She had fallen during recess and needed stitches. I have to go, he said, already standing and reaching for his coat. Of course, Olivia replied. Is there anything I can do? No, but thank you. I'm sorry about dinner. Don't apologize. Emma needs you. Later that night, after Emma was patched up and sleeping soundly, James found a text message from Olivia. How is she? He sent back a picture of Emma sleeping with her favorite stuffed rabbit, a small bandage visible on her forehead, *6 stitches and a popsicle from the doctor. She's already planning how to make her scar look cool for school tomorrow, *. Olivia's response came quickly, *, she's definitely your daughter. Brave and resilient, *. Something about the exchange, its simplicity, the genuine concern, made James realize he was falling for Olivia all over again, but differently this time. Not the intense, immediate connection of that first night, but something deeper, built on shared moments and growing understanding. The first time Olivia came to their apartment for dinner was a milestone James hadn't realized would feel so significant. He spent the day cleaning, cooking Emma's favorite lasagna, and his specialty, and trying to calm his daughter's excitement. Is she bringing me a present? Emma asked, bouncing on the couch. No, Emma. She's coming for dinner, not your birthday. But new people always bring presents the first time they visit. Grandma says it's good manners. James sighed. We don't expect presents from guests, remember? That's not why we invite people over. Emma considered this. Can I show her my science fair medal? Of course you can. When Olivia knocked on the door at exactly 6:30, Emma beat James to answering it. Hi. I'm Emma. Dad says you're his boss but also his friend, which is complicated but okay as long as you're nice to him at work. James closed his eyes briefly in mortification. Emma, remember what we discussed about greeting guests? Olivia laughed, kneeling to Emma's level. It's very nice to meet you, Emma. I'm Olivia. And yes, it is a bit complicated, but I promise I'm always nice to your dad at work. She held out a small gift bag. And this is for you. Emma's eyes lit up as she accepted the bag, shooting her father a triumphant look. Inside was a small microscope kit designed for children. Your dad mentioned you won the science fair. I thought you might enjoy this. This is so cool. Emma exclaimed. Dad, can I set it up now? After dinner, James said, giving Olivia an apologetic smile. Which is ready, by the way. Dinner was a revelation. Watching Olivia interact with Emma, asking thoughtful questions about her interests, listening intently to her elaborate stories, treating her with the same respect she showed adults, made James see yet another dimension to the woman he was increasingly unable to imagine his life without. After Emma went to bed, having extracted a promise from Olivia to help with her next science project, they sat on the couch with glasses of wine. She's extraordinary, Olivia said. You've done an incredible job with her. She liked you, James replied. Which is saying something. She's usually more reserved with new people. Children can sense authenticity. I didn't.